Alright, so we have some news regarding God of War, some bad news, or maybe good news depending on, where you're coming from. But, you know that God of War TV show that was announced, I believe in 2022, the live action show? Yeah, that show is in very, very big trouble right now. A report has just come out saying that all three executive producers, I don't know their name right now, I think it's, Rafe Judkins, Hawk Otsby, and Mark Fergus, they have left the project. They are no longer working with Amazon on the God of War TV show. They have quit. Which means the script for the show has to start from the very beginning. This is bad news for multiple reasons. For one thing, they have been working on this thing since 2022. That is quite a long time, and now they have to start from the very start. This is not looking good. We don't really know what happened behind the scenes, why these people quit, but I'm kind of worried that they had a vision for the show, and Amazon was like, no, you need to do it this way. I don't want to speculate on what those changes they wanted to do could be, but it's not looking very good. The only good thing about this is that Cory Barlog is still working on the project, but based on his most recent tweets, he has not been having the best of times. So I don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, but at the time, it is not looking good for the show. It seems that it might get canceled if it continues, but as it is right now, they are saying that they're gonna rework on the script again, restart it. But again, I don't want to be negative, but it's not good. Okay, there is one positive aspect to it. I think Rafe Judkins leaving the show was overall good, just because the two things he's worked on just were not very good. He worked in the Uncharted live action movie and the Wheel of Time, which I've heard isn't really good. I've seen the Uncharted movie, the live action movie, and it's absolute dog crap. I do not like that movie. So I'm happy that he's left the project. I did not want him in there to begin with. But when it comes to Hawk Otsby and Mark Fergus, I just found out this. I just learned about this. But these two guys worked on a movie called Children of Man. Now, if you haven't seen that movie, I recommend you watch it because it's really good. I believe it won an Oscar back in 2006 or 2005, whenever it came out. I don't know. It's really good. And the reason that movie is important for the God of War TV show, it's because pacing itself, it's very similar to the God of War 2018 story and even The Last of Us Part 1, which are two games that are very similar to each other. So those two guys leaving, I see that as being bad news. I don't know who the new writers are going to be. I'm afraid they're going to lean more into trying to please the modern audience and not respect the source material so much. I'm really worried about that. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have to say for now. Like, it's not looking good for the show. I've seen some people say that they'd rather this thing be completely canceled, and to some extent I agree. However, I think there's still something to be done with this IP in the realm of TV show. I just don't like the idea of being live action. Live action just creates way too many problems. Starting with Kratos, like, casting Kratos is so difficult, especially in this Gamergate 2 that's happening, and which actor they're gonna hire, because there's some issues there that I don't know if Santa Monica wants to tangle with. You have the character being voiced by a black person, but the character himself is Greek, which is not from that ethnicity. So it's just gonna create a lot of friction in between two different groups of people. And I honestly think the best way to solve this is if they make it like Castlevania from Netflix. Just make it animated. That way you get to keep Christopher Judge and the original cast and just go all out crazy with animations and make it really faithful to the material. Right now, with this change of writers, I just don't have faith in this show. I don't think it's going to work out. I think it might be a flop. Of course, we'll have to see as more time goes on, but it's never a good look when you have to start over from scratch. It just isn't. And the writers just leaving, they weren't fired, they left. God knows what changes Amazon wanted, or if there were changes. I don't even know why they left, but it seems like Amazon might have wanted something to be added into the show, and that was causing like problems between the writers and Amazon. I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much, but I am worried, to say the least. I think the best option is to make it an animated show like Castlevania and even Twilight of the Gods. It's pretty good. I watched it recently. It's got some issues, but I think it overall does a good job at portraying Norse mythology in an interesting way. I think something like that could work, but definitely let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I don't want to be too negative, but it's just not looking good. Either cancel it or make it animated. That's all I gotta say for this thing. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until then, remember, go forth in the name of Olympus.